In a prison hunger strike, and you cannot underestimate the challenge that is to the power of a prison, because a prison is all about atomizing and turning people against each other and giving people little privileges, etc., etc. So don't underestimate how shaken they are by this hunger strike at Guantanamo. And what I see is people struggling to maintain their humanity in an inhumane situation in Guantanamo, and at the point of saying, we are no longer willing to cooperate with this. We are no longer willing to even eat. And you have this, you can imagine the visual of this cell extraction unit coming in looking like Darth Vader, but they're going the other direction. It looks so inhuman, they look like these kind of Star Wars robots. And it is a real struggle between those who choose to be human, whatever tradition they're from, Islamic or Christian or agnostic, the struggle to be human in an inhuman situation. And also, as a former political prisoner, I can say what sustained me was one, my own spirituality, and that's very subjective. We all have different variations of that. But what is common to us all is the other thing that sustains the prisoner, which is solidarity. And that's what we're doing by gathering here today. And that's what Bradley Manning did when he released these cables exposing Guantanamo. And that's what Julian Assange did in WikiLeaks by publishing and revealing all the techniques they're using there. So for us who are still on the streets, we don't know how long we will be on the streets, it's our responsibility to offer whatever solidarity, whether it be prayer or solidarity fasting or gathering or scrawling this name on a wall somewhere or writing to the prisoners or supporting their families. And it was so touching to hear from them today, from this little girl. And I just want to congratulate you for going against this culture of passivity that all asks of you for fascism to reign is to avert your gaze, to pretend this is not happening, and to really engage the reality of Guantanamo. Thank you.
Thank you very much for so much insight. We need to understand what is going on, and having actually from a number of speakers here, this kind of first-hand information is useful for all of us who feel ourselves very much on the edge of the problem rather than inside it. Are there any more people to say a few words about it? Yes, thank you.
My name is Giorgio Riva. I belong to an organization called Payday Mails Network. And of course we support this campaign to the end, really, of this monstrosity that Guantanamo is. At the same time, we are campaigning for somebody else who is also a British citizen and he's been in solitary confinement for 9 months of his 3 years ordeal. This person, as Kieran mentioned and Aisha mentioned, is Bradley Manning. Just to say that there will be, just to announce this, there will be a silent vigil organized by Catholic Worker and UK Veterans for Peace here on the 23rd to mark the beginning of the last pre-hearing for Bradley Manning. But also on the 1st of June we really invite you all and speak about Guantanamo and speak about other injustices in the world that you are experiencing. On the 1st of June there will be an International Day of Action for Bradley Manning here, all right? And there was a previous event on the 23rd of February where 70 communities around the world in 19 different countries, including here, Afghanistan, Uganda, Afghanistan and Uganda, demonstrated for Bradley Manning. And we know that Afghanistan is going to be out again for Bradley Manning on the 1st of June. Okay? So we want this to happen on a bigger scale. We know that Italy is involved, we know that Turkey is involved, possibly Israel, possibly Egypt. And we really would urge you to come and vent your voice and your anger against this. I mean, I'm so tired of coming in front of this thing so many days, for years really, to demonstrate against what they're doing. Okay, and I agree entirely with Ben that is not this the only place, because Downing Street is as comfortable as this place of doing this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us what time the demonstration will be on the 1st of June?
2 and 4. From 2, we say.
From 2.
Because it's going to be long. There's going to be a lot of speakers.
Okay.
Please come.
Right. Anybody else like to say a few words? It's good to hear from Veterans for Peace, and the Bradley Manning Group. It's all relevant. It's all the same thing, because there's a war on information. All these people carry information or have information, and the attacks on whistleblowers are not unlike the attacks on people like Shaka Armour, simply because they have information and they want to get it out to the rest of us. It's all linked. Is there anybody else who'd like to say something? Thank you. We've got a poem here from Adnan Latif, who died in Guantanamo in September 2012.
Before I go ahead and read this poem, I'd like to take us back on a journey with a reminder to Thomas Jefferson. In questions of power, let no more be heard of confidence in men, but bind him down from his chief by the chains of the Constitution. And we have seen what happened to the Constitution over the so-called War on Terror. Let me now continue with the poem written by Sama Abu Kabir. It's titled, Is It True? Is it true that the grass grows again after the rain? Is it true that the flowers will rise up in the spring? Is it true that birds will migrate home again? Is it true that the salmon will swim back up their stream? Is it true? Is this true? These are all miracles. Is it true that one day we will leave Guantanamo Bay? Is it true that one day we will go back to our homes? I sail in my dreams. I am dreaming of home. To be with my children, each one part of me. To be with my wife and the ones that I love. To be with my parents, my world's tenderest hearts. I dream to be home, to be free from this cage. But do you hear me, O Judge? Do you hear me at all? We are innocent here. We've committed no crime. Set me free. Set us free. If anywhere still justice and compassion remain in this world.
Now a poem by Talal Hassan, who is one of the two people, Baba Ahmed was the other, whom this country betrayed, and is now in a Supermax prison in the USA and in solitary confinement. You probably know his story, I won't go over it again. It's a matter of the deepest shame, certainly to me as a British citizen. Absolutely. Talal is a very talented poet, and his brother Hamza often organises events where these poems are read, and these will continue. Look out for those. But Val's going to read one of Talal's poems to us.
This be the answer. A prisoner on his knees scrubs around a toilet bowl, and the bristles of the brush scuttles to and fro. As the guard swaggers over to yell rather than ask, "Where is your God now?" And the prisoner still on his knees, his brush still cleaning answers, he is with me now, God. My God is with me now, hearing and seeing, while your superiors, when they see you, do not look at you, and when they hear you, do not listen to you. My God is risen above the heavens, and closer to me than my jugular vein, whilst your superiors, no different to you, allow you no further than the desk. My God tells me to call him, whilst your superiors demand you knock. And when I go towards him a handspan, he comes to me a yard. And when I go to him walking, he comes to me running. Ignorance is cured by knowledge, and the key to knowledge is to ask. Less now the exclamation, and more a question mark. The guard sulks away, and a prisoner on his knees, still as if in prayer. Syed Talam Hassan, HMP Long Martin, 26th of June 2008.